amount of the white wine sauce poured over the top. You have a glass of Chablis or a chilled red, such as a Renier, which is Carlton's favourite of Beaujolais, and I'm going to get that in before the ad break, so haha, no reply.
Oh, outrageous.
So only those watching on the GCM Pass or the Eurosport Player will be able to hear our diatribe about Beaujolais.
Perfume should be in a bottle and sprayed behind the ears, not in a larger bottle, and indeed quaffed at the table. The Beaujolais race, what a concoction of nonsense that is. And indeed the amount of money we've had to pay for some Beaujolais. And then on the night itself, restaurants come and whisper into your ear, we have the Beaujolais. I thought it wasn't until tomorrow. I know, but you can have some now if you wish. Oh, thank you. 60 francs, or 60 euros a bottle. You've got to be kidding. It's just worth a fiver at the most. It's dreadful. I wouldn't even put it as salad dressing. Anyway, I realise that there are plenty of Beaujolais out there that have an age about them from this region. It's just not my cup of tea. It's too florid. And even the stuff that you have to shove in the fridge and drink it chilled as a red. I mean, what's that about? That's about masking a flavour that's basically just too busy.
Well, now you've said your piece. I do agree with you on like Beaujolais Nouveau, the race of the Beaujolais back across, and the Beaujolais Nouveau. Beaujolais Nouveau is, in general, a pretty average wine, grossly overpriced, and it isn't worth it. It's worth it to have a fun party on Beaujolais Nouveau, but I don't think drinking it's a great fun. But of the other appellations, all of the little Beaujolais vineyards, for example, a Morgon is a fantastic wine, slightly heavier, one of the Moulin Avant, they're really good Beaujolais. Renier, which I've suggested today, yes, it is fruity, but it's a light wine. Fleury is fantastic, Juliennes is fantastic, Chenes is fantastic. All of these wines, they're very good, but they are lighter than your normal wine. They are fruitier than a lot of wines, and as a consequence they complement different sorts of food, and chicken is most definitely a food that can be complemented by a good floral fruity Beaujolais, and I happen to rather like it, but it's more of a summer wine for me. I wouldn't be found drinking huge amounts of it in the winter. I prefer something heavier then, but the Chablis, which equally goes incredibly well with the chicken, it's surely a wine that you can't put down.
Yes, I'm referring entirely to Beaujolais Reds. There we are. The whites from the region, thank you very much. Fill the boot of the car. I am happy to pay you a handsome fund for said wines. But yes, the Reds just leave me cold, some of which have to be served cold. But yeah, they may well have their place. But frankly, if that's what's on offer, I'll just take a beer. And I'll wait for the other stuff to come out a little bit later on. All the sixes to go. Just been discussing the rights and wrongs of Beaujolais, which I think are entirely wrong if they happen to be red Beaujolais. And John thinks that's a bit unkind and, in fact, partially right. But Beaujolais Nouveau, forget it. It's a concoction to try and flog wine, which is just far too young to be for any good at all for the price point that you're paying. Making a point, is this...